Is Aizen still a transcendent being in the 1,000-year blood war?
滑稽だな。何をちまちまと刀で払っているのだ。冷圧で一息に押しつぶせば済むものを。
Since the Soul Society arc, it was revealed that Aizen's goal was to become a transcendent being and overthrow the Soul King. And through various evolutions from the Hogyoku, he achieved that state. He aimed for a height beyond the Soul Reapers and achieved it, one which transcended both Shinigami and Hollow. He became a being in the realm of God, with the idea of God referring to the Soul King. The true aim of the Irazusando was to determine whether or not Ichigo was worthy to become the Soul King. And the measurement criterion was to see if Ichigo could transcend the Soul Reapers, which is consistent with Aizen's own past evolutions. The author also revealed that the meaning of Aizen's transcendence was to surpass the boundary of the soul. Therefore, it is very consistent that Sosuke Aizen was in fact a transcendent being on the level of the Ryu. However, due to his loneliness and unstable heart, he would end up losing this power. Although despite this, he still maintained immortality thanks to the Hogyoku's influence. And so to answer the question, is Aizen still transcendent in the 1,000-year blood war? Well, firstly, there's an author description of the episode in which Aizen was revealed to the Shinigami, in which it was stated that Aizen's transcendent presence and Reiatsu made it impossible for the Shinigami to read his true intentions, as intent can be sensed through Reiatsu but not in Aizen's case, owing to his confirmed transcendence. And lastly, he was able to keep Soul King Yuha's Almighty trapped in the power of his hypnosis, with his Shikai being an expression of his own spiritual power, which is then reflected in the sword according to Club Outside. And that should answer the question regarding Aizen's current state of transcendence. A resounding yes. Furthermore, this affirms that the concept of transcendence, to the point where one cannot be sensed by lower beings, is still consistent. And for those who are curious as to how strong Aizen's transcendence was, since the very concept was to go beyond the very limits of the soul, and Aizen was confirmed many times to have gone beyond the limits of both Shinigami and Hollow, then the real question is, what is the limit of Shinigami and what is the limit of Hollow? And this part will blow your mind. The likes of Soya Asashiro had the potential to achieve infinite levels of energy through unlimited fusion. Aroniero Arurieri also had the potential to evolve infinitely, and so does Ikomiki Domoe, who was trapped in the royal palace at the time of Aizen's ascension. If the true upper limits for Shinigami and Hollow was infinity, and Aizen transcended those upper limits, then his power was on a higher order than their infinity, which places him on a higher order than the power capable of wiping out an infinite-sized space-time structure, as characters like Asashiro with their current finite states of power can already destroy finite portions of space-time. This is a simple implication of the upper limits of Aizen's transcendence, and given that the sensory relationship still exists between transcendence and lower beings, if we are to stay true to this idea, then even Senjumaru's Bankai, which is so powerful that he can shake the realms with just its presence alone, would exist in a lower dimension compared to Aizen's presence, since her Bankai Reiatsu could still be traced by lower beings like Ganju. As for the Kanzen Simon, which is a reflection of Aizen's own spiritual power, it should be noted that Yuha Baha, even before absorbing the Soul King, could already see every possible future, with both Giriko, who has a contract with the god of time, and the author of Can't Fear Your Own World, confirming that there are in fact infinite possible futures in Bleach, which implies that Aizen Shikai was able to hypnotize someone who could see infinite possibilities. These are implications of Aizen's transcendent strength. Cheers.